Ladies, let me put you on game real quick. Do not allow a man to put you through a hazing process because he's really just trying to see how desperate you are. Do not allow a man to put you through a hazing process because he's really just trying to see how desperate you are. And the minute he gets so much out of pocket and you finally check him on it and you finally call him out for it, he's going to disappear for a few days. He's not going to call you. He's not going to text you. You're not going to hear from him. And you know what that is? That's a hazing process. Because how dare you call me out? And I'm going to sit you on ice because I know you're desperate. And one day goes by. Second day go by. You ain't got a text message. You ain't got a phone call from him. This isn't the usual. This isn't normal. Day 3 go by. Now you're questioning yourself. Now you're saying to yourself, man, maybe I shouldn't have came at him that way. Maybe I should have, man, maybe I'm tripping. You know what? Now you're texting him. Now you're calling him. Now you're apologizing for something that you really shouldn't be apologizing for when he was really out of pocket. He put you on ice. He put you through a hazing process to never check him again. So now when he gets out of pocket, you're not going to say anything. You know why? Because you're desperate. And unfortunately, we have a lot of women that's desperate, that's allowing a man to be out of pocket because he programmed you to not check him. So, yeah, that's the game that one of the many games that a lot of men play. And a lot of women, you got to stop falling for it. You got to be willing to be a woman enough to walk away. You got to be woman enough to walk away. Having a man is not worth you throwing your integrity away. It's not worth you allowing him to do all these circus acts in front of you and you act like you don't see it. It's not worth sacrificing your spirit. It's not worth sacrificing your well-being. God does not want that for you. Do not allow a man to put you through a hazing process because that's really a test to see how weak and how desperate and how much you will allow.
Men think you're desperate when you do these 3 things. Dear ladies, this one is to wake you up and to show you what exactly, why does your man keep on thinking that you're too desperate and they keep on playing around with you. So if you understand this, relationship will be awesome. Your relationship will be beautiful. Why? Because you will not show the desperation, but you will show love and care, and you will also reciprocate the same thing. Now, the first thing which is very important for you to understand is that when you overinvest too early, what is overinvesting? When you give too much access, you give too much attention, you give too much availability too quickly. This one signals something we call imbalance. Imbalance. For example, you double text or you triple text when he has not replied. You send him the first message. Hi, good morning, love. Hi, good morning. Haven't you seen my text? Hi, I love you so much. That double texting, triple texting, that is over-investing too much. That's why your man ghosts you. Yeah. Number 2. Not number 2. Another example, think of how people rearrange their whole schedules. Immediately you meet a good guy. You have rearranged everything. Everything is like your life was not existing before. Now your life revolves around him. This is why most of the guys will see, this one is simping too much, and they start taking advantage. So don't rearrange your life. Just continue with what you are doing normally, right? And again, sometimes you can allow this man to start acting too deeply like he's already your boyfriend after 2 dates, controlling you, telling you, don't get here, don't do that. Have your own way of life. Understand who you are. Be just you, right? So don't overinvest too early. Because men read this one as, she needs more than I do. She needs me. more than I do. She needs this relationship more than I do. And energy imbalance destroys what? Attraction. So this is very important. Number two, which is also quite important, is when you seek constant reassurance. Ladies, come on, please avoid this. Constant reassurance. Please confirm, do you still like me? Why didn't you text me good night? Are you talking to other girls? Who was that one on your phone? When these things are asked repeatedly, not calmly, but anxiously, it signals what we call insecurity. And your man feels, she's just too much insecure. He starts taking you for granted. Reassurance is normal in normal circumstances, but constant validation seeking feels like emotional dependency. A man may not say it, but internally he thinks, she doesn't even feel secure on her own. It's like her life revolves around me. Okay. And attraction actually does what? It drops when confidence drops. And the third thing, which is very important for you to be able to understand, is that some ladies, they try too hard to impress. Overperforming, bragging excessively, trying to say, I am worth this and this. I don't do public means. I don't do this. Your man is just watching. Even if you drive a Brabus, or you drive what kind of a car, you don't have to explain all those things. Even if your standard is too high, don't brag about that. Because this one diminishes you more than it is. And a man is able to tell, if you're telling me about how much you're worth, you're trying to push it because you think that nobody understands your worth. Worth is seen, is not told, right? Also, agreeing with everything that he says. He says this, you're yes. Or sometimes forcing laughter. Men, sometimes they can read between the lies. You're just forcing laughter. Or showing some lifestyle to gain approval. All these things, they're fake. And when you shapeshift from this to that in order to be chosen, you know what you're doing? It feels like auditioning. The man is able to say, okay, you're auditioning to have me, right? That is scarcity. That's scarcity mindset. And here's a paradox. The more you try to convince someone of your value, you know what happens? The more you communicate that you don't actually believe in yourself. So be wise. Be wise, be wise, be wise. And if you're looking to find some way to guide yourself in this, and confusion is so much in your relationship, you're just saying, Keith, come on, can I get a little bit of what you're talking about? Can you help me have some clarity of my life? Go to the link on my bio, book in some coaching session, talk to me, and I'll help you out become the best version of yourself. If you need love, Kujuana is there for you. Go there and find an intentional match, and you'll never be the same again. Have a good time.
4 desperate girl signals that turn guys off. Number 1 is a woman who is texting a lot, specifically texting without information. For example, asking, hey, what are you doing? Your busy man does not need to be bothered. If you have pertinent logistical information, do that via texting. Do not try to drum up a conversation. Do that with your girlfriends. 4 desperate girl signals that turn guys off. Number 2, always being available, even if invited to do something right now. Number 3, stating your rigid relationship timeline. In 30 days, I will have a boyfriend. In 6 months, we will be engaged. In 1 year, we will get married. 3 months later, we will have our first child. Rigid timelines, not great. Number 4 is posting thirst trap pictures or videos on social media to get attention. If you don't know what a thirst trap is, it's where you look really good or you're doing something really cool and you're just doing it to get his attention. You can have a ton of fun and not have to post it on social. You can just be an amazing person and he will want to get to know you. All right, you're probably wondering what to do now. Go hop in my profile if you would like to get my 30-second trick to make men obsessed. Go get it right now.
According to the male psyche, when you do something nice for a man, he is thinking, I am so amazing because you are doing this for me. What in the delusion? I'm going to say it again. If a woman does something nice for a man, he doesn't think, wow, this woman is amazing. He's thinking, I must be so amazing because she wants to do that for me. When I heard this, I was like, are you serious? Because if someone does something nice for me, that reflects nothing on me. That means that they are amazing, not I. So if you needed any other reason not to do anything special for a man who doesn't deserve it because you're just inflating his ego, the only time that they will actually see you for the value that you are is when you take care of yourself. This is confirmed, by the way. I have a girlfriend who made a meal for her boyfriend and he turned back and said, what did I do in a past life to deserve this? Instead of, thank you, honey.
When I was in rehab, I had a lot of male friends, and something one of my friends at the time said to me, I will literally never forget. He was kind of a fuckboy, and he said that he would actively pursue women who used to be obese and just recently lost a lot of weight because they were hot now but still had the fat girl mindset, meaning they were insecure, desperate, self-conscious, and he said he chose those women because he knew they were so desperate that they would just let him treat them like shit. So this is just a reminder why it's so important not to be completely male-centered and just be constantly looking for love, because men can smell your desperation, your self-consciousness, your insecurities, and they even actively seek it out to take advantage of you. And I think this is a big reason why people say, I stopped looking for love and then I found it. Like, once you heal yourself and become 100% confident in yourself, that's when you'll find a good man. When you're oozing insecurities, these shitty men will gravitate to you, tell you what you want to hear, and then brush you off to the side. And if you just want to sleep around or whatever, just do not show your insecurities or your self-consciousness or your desperations at all cost. Poker face, babe. Poker face.
Make yourself less available. Don't act too interested. Don't say too much. Never be the first one to reach out. Make him chase you. Don't be the chaser. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from with that. I really do. And it probably is true. It probably works. Yeah, probably the more uninterested you act around a guy, the more that he's gonna chase you, because he's gonna be like, oh, like, why doesn't she like me? I get it. I get it why it works. I just personally reject the idea that you have to be uninterested in a man or you have to dim yourself in order to be liked by a man or to form a genuine human connection. Why do I have to stop myself every time I want to text a man? When did wanting to have a conversation become unattractive? And correct me if I'm wrong, but if a man likes you, wouldn't talking to him and spending more time with him only like make him like you more? Wouldn't that be what he wants? Like, I feel like that advice of act uninterested, don't do the chasing, don't reach out, don't be the first one to text, I feel like that advice only applies to men who don't actually like you. I think it's a way to create a false sense of liking, because actually, more than anything, I think it creates a obsession loop, kind of. Yeah, in a sense, it creates a chase. It puts the chase back on the man, but then what happens once the man gets you? Like, to be in a relationship, you eventually have to, like, spend time with this person. So it's like, once this man gets you, he's no longer seeking the prize, he has the prize, so who's to say, like why wouldn't he just become uninterested again? And maybe once you go through all the effort of all these months of making this man chase you, acting uninterested, and he finally gets you, maybe he's developed enough feelings where he stays. But at that point, is it really worth all that effort? Is it really worth all the dimming yourself down, all of the denying yourself like a genuine connection. Is it really worth all of that for this game, I guess? I just personally love like a good, honest, real conversation, a real connection that isn't predicated on a bunch of manipulation, basically, because I feel like that's kind of what it is. If you're playing this game of acting uninterested, kind of like the cat and the mouse thing, like it's kind of manipulation, and it's manipulating a guy into thinking about you more. It's manipulating a guy to becoming more obsessed with you, but it's not breeding connection. It's not breeding love. So I'm just kind of done with all of everybody saying like, don't be yourself, basically. If you watch the movie He's Just Not That Into You, I think it gives a good real life application to this concept of like, you could play the game, or you could just keep being yourself and keep being honest and learning things throughout your life and learning how to create genuine connections. And then I think you find somebody that is for you. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Good night.
And let me tell you something, people can smell desperation. That job, that man, that friendship, they can smell that you're desperate. And once they can tell that you're desperate, baby, they are going to misuse, abuse you. Might as well pack it on up. You have to remember that you're the prize. You are the catch in any setting. It's not only men. You're the catch in your friendships. You're a great friend. You're the catch at your job. You're a great employee. And you're the catch in your relationship. You're a great girlfriend. Never act out of desperation. Don't you do it. It's never worth it, and you're always going to regret it in the end.
The idea of a man testing a woman's desperation is often discussed in dating, but it can mean different things depending on the person's intention. What some men test for desperation is that some men want to know whether a woman genuinely likes them or whether she is simply afraid of being alone, and they may believe that desperation can lead to unhealthy relationship dynamics such as dependency, jealousy, or a lack of respect. So, others, however, conduct this test for less honorable reasons to see how much they can get away with, or how much control they can have in the relationship. And common ways men test for desperation, like they have been said in the video, and I'm just going to repeat them here by saying that you find that there is pulling back attention, and a man may reduce the frequency of text or calls and observe her reaction. There is a confidence. A confident woman may continue with her life and respond normally. A desperate woman may repeatedly contact him, demand explanation, or become overly anxious. And also testing boundaries, like you find that he may say no to a request or make himself unavailable. And the goal is often to see whether she respects his boundary or becomes upset when she doesn't get immediate access to him. There is a delay commitment, like some men intentionally move slowly and watch whether the woman pressures them for labels, exclusivity, or let's say future plans before the relationship has naturally developed. And also observing independency, like men notice whether a woman has her own hobbies, goals, friendships, and interests, and someone who abandons her entire social life for a new relationship may appear emotionally disparate. So, watching reactions to disappointment, like life brings setbacks and misunderstanding and unmet an expectation. So, a person's response to disappointment can reveal emotional maturity and self confidence. So, what desperation often looks like: accepting a desperate to avoid being single, and constantly seeking validation, ignoring obvious red flags, making one person the center of their life, feeling panicked whether communication slows down.